It's the small items that give the big wins, and one of these recommendations could truly be defined as the Swiss Army knife of domestic life. But which one is it? Our three products this week aren't flashy or expensive, but totally practical and kind of genius in their own quiet way. Let's get into it. My name is Moira,
I'm Paige.
And I'm Emma.
and welcome back to What She Said. You are listening to our Pick of the Week segment where we share all of the things that made our life easier, brighter, cleaner, or just plain better. So I'm going to kick it off with my Pick of the Week this week. And as you do,
Is there
head
just
into
one?
Kmart. There is just one this week. Thanks, Sassy Pants. There is just one. But as you do, you go through Kmart for a stroll, not intending to pick anything up and coming away with a trolley full of stuff. And it gets me every time, just like Aldi gets me. It's like a special buys aisle, you come away with something. So I came away with microwave cleaner. So this
That's
little
a bit
gadget,
cute.
I think it's kind of like the viral, was it the Mad Mama or something? It's like a steamer for your microwave to clean it. So
Does the steam
this
come
little
out of her head or her ears?
Yes, this little gal, her head comes off, and it's her hair, and her little body. You fill it up with water and vinegar, and you put her hair back on. You pop her in your microwave, and the steam comes out of her hair.
Well,
So,
see, I don't need to worry about that because I don't have a microwave.
and it's $3.
Get out.
That's cute.
$3 do. So I figured it was such a good buy. The My only annoying thing, right, with this product is that the instructions are on the box. And I'll tell you what the instructions are.
Oh.
Fill with vinegar and water and microwave for 7 minutes to create steam, removing odor and making the inside of your microwave easy to wipe clean. How much vinegar and how much water? I don't know, right?
Mm,
I did a third of a cup vinegar, two-thirds of a cup water.
It's gonna be clean. It's
it's
gonna
yeah.
smell like vinegar.
I
Well,
would
you
only
can
put a
do
teaspoon.
a
No, you need more than
teaspoon.
that.
You
You
need
need
We
more
I
than
only
that.
put a teaspoon of bicarb and it gets
Yeah,
it.
but it's different.
That's
It's not
bicarb.
vinegar.
That's not vinegar.
Why would you not just use bicarb? It has no scent and vinegar smells like vinegar.
Well, anyway, it says vinegar and water, so I did vinegar and water.
Right.
And you could use the liquid that's in there to like put it on a cloth and wipe it down. And I took it out straight away after the 7 minutes. I would say leave it in for another two just to let the residual steam come out and fill the microwave. But it was good because I just got a wet wipe and wiped over the doors and the ceiling and the plate, and it just came off without needing to scrub at all. And I
Oh
know that I would
wow.
have had to have scrubbed, yeah. Not I didn't have to even elbow grease it
My
right off.
goodness.
So I was really impressed with that. It definitely worth the $3 from Anko brand.
Yeah.
But you probably couldn't even make this for $3, let's be
Yeah.
honest, if you
Yeah.
had like a
Yeah.
little 3D printer. But yeah, has my win.
I love
Love
that.
that.
So yeah,
Very cute.
she's the new woman in our life, and I really
I would have
appreciate
her
her.
head almost popped off. I would have just
She's shocked at the
drawn
compliment.
a face. Do me a
It's
favor and
got
draw a
eyes on
face on
there.
there.
You want me to color her in?
I do.
Yep.
That's my pick of the week. It is a fabulous product. It just annoys me that there is no detailed instructions. They should have given the
Teaspoon.
ratio so that people can feel confident using it. That's my only
Yeah.
gripe with that product is that
Hmm.
it doesn't say the ratio.
Mm.
Yeah.
But I
I
mean, you could
suppose the
Google
good
it.
thing is that the stuff that you're putting in there isn't toxic. So, that's I guess the bonus.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a definite win for me. It was my pick of the week for $3. Dear God, you
Exactly.
can't
Can't
even
go
get a cup
wrong.
of coffee for that. You can't even buy
Exactly.
a spray and wipe for that.
No, you can't.
So, got
Love
my thumbs
that.
up this week.
So my pick of the week, it may not seem inexpensive. So it does have a price tag to it. That price tag is $45.56. And it's for kitty litter that lasts. So I use one bag and it lasts me over 2 months.
Ooh.
Question.
So,
Do
yes,
you have one of those fancy kitty litter electronic things that like
no,
filters out the no? Okay.
no, no, it's me with a little sieve shovel thing that comes with the kitty litter tray. That's it's me that's scooping the pooping and put it in the bin. So I
The poo
use
patrol.
this, yeah, I'm the poo patrol, not the paw patrol, the poo patrol. Um, so I use this specific one. Now I have used multiple different types of kitty litter before. I've used the sand, I've used the crystal grains, I've used the paper mache pellet things, I've used the wood chips, and they all stink. All of them stink. Whereas this one, now this is called the world's best multi-cat lavender-scented kitty litter.
Does it really
And
smell like lavender?
it does, surprisingly, it does. So it smells like lavender and it's actually made from corn kernels. So what it does is it clumps. And so you don't have like the fallout that you normally get with normal kitty litter. When you scoop it up, it stays in the clump. You're still going to get the stench, but it's not overwhelming. So the lavender scent that's in it minimizes it. So for my two cats, it's my go-to. It's the only one that I will continue to use. As I said, I've used the sand, the paper mache pellets, the wood chips. Nothing compares to this. So I'm happy to continue to pay, let's call it $50 with change every 2 months.
Can I tell you what I use?
Hmm.
The black and gold or no name clay kitty litter, 15
Hmm.
kilos. I think it's $7 something.
Yeah,
And
I've tried that and it stinks.
well, my preference is outside in the garden.
Yeah, I've got
So
a kitten and an elderly cat, but I don't like the smells. And I'm a person that is very strong with scents, so I can pick up a mile away if there's something in the house. So that's my pick of the week. So yes, again, it may sound like it's expensive, but $25 a month, it's less than $1 a day.
and where do you get said best kitty litter in the world?
I buy mine through Pet Stock. It lasts me 2 months. You don't put the whole bag into the kitty tray. I probably, every time that I fill it up, it's only a third of the bag at each time. So it's lasting quite a while.
So, kitty litter is actually really handy to have. I'm not sure how it goes with the corn kerneled one, but if you had some leftover kitty litter that you were transitioning into trying this other one and you thought, yep, now what am I going to do with this bag of kitty litter that I now don't want to use because I found said fantastic lavender scented one. I have found that it is so good for absorbing any oil or grease spills.
Mm,
Apparently,
Yep.
really good for that.
vomit?
And
Hmm.
ugh, Jesus,
Especially
Zelina,
the
your
wood
house
chips
just sounds
one.
horrendous. Was it your last week we all had gastro? Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Anyway, also odor control for like your bins or muddy boots or anything like that. Also drying out your boots.
Hmm.
So if you've got wet shoes, apparently if you fill a sock with kitty litter and obviously tie it off, stuff it in your shoe and overnight it's absorbs
Absorbent.
the
Mm.
right?
It'll
Yeah.
harden and you can't pull it back out.
Well, it might stretch a shoe. There you go.
There you
Um,
go.
we've also used kitty litter in the bottom layer, like the tray in the bottom of your barbecue for
Yep.
where the oil all
Yes,
drips
catch the
down. So
grease.
we lay it
Mm.
on there, and then when the oil drips down, it's easy to clean.
Exactly.
Such a good
Exactly.
such a
Yeah.
good idea. Yes, for
But
absorbing all of that.
that's
Hmm.
right. And that's why you'll often see there's like it looks like a spill of kitty litter whenever there's a car accident, but it's intentional. It's soaking up the oil and stuff that's on the road after a
Yeah.
car accident or an oil spill or anything like that, just to make sure that um, none of the nasties are getting onto
Left
people's
behind.
tires and causing more accidents.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So basically, if it's something that smells, leaks, or sweats, then cat litter is probably your secret Swiss Army knife weapon. Yeah. And of course, it still works for cats as well.
Exactly.
Yes.
Handy to have. I'd probably get the black and gold version, though. I'd probably pay the $7 just because I don't have a cat, so it doesn't really matter whether, it smells like lavender for me or it's corn kernels. But actually, really handy to have. I
I'm
like
a tight
that.
ass, so $7 fits me well.
Well,
Yeah,
tight
but
arse, what's your pick of the week?
yeah, exactly.
It's a very versatile product. So I'm
Ah,
using it now for my light. I'm going to turn it off for a minute. It's a wand. So I'm not sure whether you can see it.
Yes.
yes.
Um, it's actually a light. So it has a little dial here and it goes super bright. Not that you can see. Lower. So
Oh,
I use this as my light. This particular brand is King's and it's technically a camp light. It has a magnet in the end of it. So at the end of the little wand, there's a magnet here, and that can stick onto obviously anything that is metal. So it's really good for working on cars. You can kind of stick it to the top of the bonnet. And you can see in cars if that's what you're into. When you're camping, anything, you can stick it to anything metal poles, tent pegs, whatever. It'll stick there and it will not move. The magnet is quite strong. It's got
that's
up to
cool.
12 hours of runtime and it is USB rechargeable. So I
Yay! That was going to be my question.
absolutely. So we got a pack of two and it was a deal through King's. I can't remember how much they were, but it was quite cheap. Currently at King's or the King's website or AWD or will drive shop.
All-wheel drive.
You can get it for just one light for 24.95. But I noticed at Big W at the moment, you can get a pack of two. It's only 29.95. It's King's brand, so they sell King's as well. I couldn't recommend King's enough. Like we have their swags, we have lights, we have radios, we have so much stuff for King's, and it is a
Wow.
cheap brand and they're so versatile. Like you can use a lot of the stuff for more than like what its purpose is. So get onto the King's website and have a look.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And I guess, we're coming into a storm season at the moment, and I know it's completely opposite to Queensland and stuff, but, you can have it at any time. And having something that's already charged,
Hmm.
ready to go, is something that's really handy to have.
To be honest, I've been using this light for a while, but I haven't charged this light in probably 6 weeks. So
Wow.
Wow.
I would say that it probably lasts longer than the 12 hours, but you're going to get 12 hours of full charge.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's probably really handy to have in the car as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Never know when it's going to come in handy. That's a
Hmm.
really good pick, Em.
Yeah, thanks.
It's also really handy to take with you as well if you're a cruiser. So if you like to go on cruises,
Yes.
because the walls are actually metal. So,
Mm.
Yeah.
and if you're getting up in the middle of the night, instead of having to turn the lights on, which turns the whole cabin on, you just have that light. I don't know how dim it can go,
It can
but
go
Mm.
down to nothing.
yeah, so that would be really handy, and you could just like stick it to the side of like, or if you're like a book light, do you know what I mean? Like if you just want to
Mm-hmm.
read, that would actually be really handy as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I didn't even think of that, but yeah, great.
No.
And they're
Yeah, I was just
so
thinking
cheap.
the magnetic ends is actually really, really handy.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's the selling point absolutely for this.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because I'm sure there's other lights that are similar, but it's so narrow, like it's small, it's compactable, it would fit in luggage, like it would fit in hand luggage.
Would it fit in your glove box?
Yes, absolutely.
I did see it at Big W, but I did see it was a marketplace product. Actually, physically in Big W, you have to order online.
Okay, yeah. I wasn't sure. I just saw that online as well.
Well, amazing. So I guess there Whether you're deep cleaning your microwave, lighting up the bonnet to your car or the backyard, or if you are catching the grease from your barbecue or catching your cat's droppings, there's something to keep you satisfied. These are the quiet heroes of our week, and we'd love to know yours. So, what's your everyday product that you swear by that nobody else is talking about? Message us on Instagram, drop us a DM, or leave a review of your favorite pick, and we might just shout it out next week. So that's it for this week's pick of the week. If you haven't already, go ahead and check on our last episode of Unspoken. We've also covered off a review on Sirens, which has been going off on Netflix. And we are looking at a little game that we're all going to play in the coming weeks, and that is called Repo. If you've heard of it, let us know. If you've played it, give us some tips. We will definitely need those. Until next time, my name is Moira.
I'm Paige.
And I'm Emma.
Bye.
Bye.